versus the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about. Versus the world. We don't fuck around. If we did, we found out we are drunks. Versus the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about.
And we are back with another episode of the Drunks versus the World podcast. My name is Lucas.
And my name is Jason.
My name is Justin. And
We do
special
have
guest.
Special guest.
Lenny?
Our co-pilot.
Hey.
Lenny, are you here?
Lenny, is Jared here?
Is Jared here?
Yeah, you'll hear him here. He'll start getting pissed off here in a little bit. Then he'll
take some pictures.
Coffee. He gets mad about everything.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy.
Yeah.
Nope.
He has little man syndrome, I think, too.
He might.
Definitely does.
And he's racist.
He is not fucking racist.
He doesn't like black
You're
labs.
racist.
He doesn't like black labs. He doesn't like boxers. I mean,
He's racist against other dogs, maybe.
that's what I'm saying.
He's speciesist.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, Justin, how was your week?
Not good.
Alrighty.
But I told Lucas yesterday, Monday, watched Rocky 1. Tuesday, watched Rocky 2.
All right.
Wednesday, watched Rocky 3.
Nice.
Thursday, Rocky 4.
Nice.
And today I watched half of Rocky 5.
Bad.
It's bad.
5 is not
very,
good.
Very bad.
It's not horrible. I mean, what I like
pretty
about
bad.
it is that they fucking, the guy can't box anymore and he shouldn't be fighting. He lost because of fucking...
Yeah, he lost
all of his money because of fucking...
Paulie.
Paulie fucked
yeah.
up. Gave the guy, like, total control over the accounts and everything.
And they were just, they were spending
they said,
but I mean, a lot of that does come back to Paulie's.
Right, and then you had Tommy Gunn. Tommy Gunn, I mean, and the guy, Tommy actually did good in real boxing.
Yeah, he was he had one of the strongest punches maybe of all time. Like
Yep.
he had a one-shot knockout.
And then he got the AIDS.
Yep.
What was his
Got
real
the
name?
HIV.
Tommy Morrison.
Tommy Morrison, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, then he caught the AIDS from...
Got the HIV
Yep.
from Magic.
Yeah, man. My ass got infected, coach.
He was 52 and 48.
Yeah, he...
That's a lot of fights.
Yeah, but he actually had a title fight at
Yeah.
one point. I mean, lost.
He
but-
was, and I bet a lot of the losses too were after the whole HIV stuff, because for a long time he couldn't box.
Well, you want to
because of
fucking
that.
hit him and knock him out as soon as you can so he doesn't bleed on you.
Yeah. But it was.
You don't want any of that shit coming back on you.
I beat a guy so bad I got AIDS. So, huh?
No, he beat off a guy so bad he got
Oh,
AIDS.
yeah.
And Lucas, how was your week?
My week was average until it was not average, and then it went
Was
to
below
shit.
average.
Yeah.
I'll find out on Monday if I still have a job.
They ain't gonna fire you.
If they do, they're fucked.
Well, that's the thing.
especially with these audits coming up. We're in 2 major security audits.
Right.
So
Did you look at jobs yet? Or did you?
no, I haven't looked, but I am gonna put together a resume and just send it to some places that.
I don't understand why you guys won't go with man whoring.
We've talked about this.
I'll be the pimp. I'll make sure I'll be your security. And, 60-40. I'll even give you guys the 60,
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's generous.
Really, because normal pimps
Oh,
take
yeah.
the 60. I'm
Wow.
doing you guys a favor. And, I'll make the calls.
What's 60% of zero?
Well, it's still 60%.
Zero.
Zero.
So yeah, I'm not.
I just get more zero. You guys get more zero than I do.
First off, let me just say this: I can't get laid for free, let alone have someone pay me. Okay,
No, they wouldn't be paying
So-
you. They pay me. Then I just, kind of hand it out.
Yeah.
I feel like that probably at least
I'm good at
it
math.
separates me from the criminal aspect of it.
And it,
Little bit.
As far as I know, I'm just having sex.
right?
nah,
And this guy's just paying me because.
Yeah, you just give me money because you're a nice guy.
Prophylactics, yes.
You're a nice person. You
Right.
give me money.
Yeah. I make sure you guys get tested like once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I'll pay
You'll
for
pay
that
for that?
even. I'll pay
Okay.
for that. Yep. I'll get you guys some insurance.
No.
You know,
Dental.
dental. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you guys out here to make a few extra dollars on the side. Have a side hustle. Mm-hmm. Either that or we start your OnlyFans. Lucas's would make a lot of money. My hairy butthole at OnlyFans.com.
No, my gross butthole.
Oh, I thought it was your hairy
No,
butthole.
I have an unusually gross butthole. Okay. Think of the grossest butthole you've seen, and mine is way worse.
Wow. I mean,
What
so
makes
you're saying it looks like a fucking, fucking like a, those surgical gloves that get turned inside out. Kind of looks like that.
It looks like an alien creature, like an alien creature's mouth. Like
What kind of
and
alien?
tongue.
Like Jabba the Hutt?
No, I don't know. More like the pit, the Sarlacc pit. It's a little more like that.
Dude, you might have to have that thing looked at.
Yeah. That does sound gross.
It does.
It's really bad. Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I'm trying to help you guys out here, but you're not helping me here.
Yeah, you need to come up with a better idea than man whoring.
Or your OnlyFans.
Yeah. No legs.
I'm telling you, it's worth a try.
But
You
it
just-
is tough out there.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they say that there's jobs all over, but then when you look at the job market, I mean, it's either you're making bullshit money, or you've got to fucking have 2 double doctorates and a fucking master's,
Yeah.
in order to fucking run an office.
I saw one on one of the, I don't remember what subreddit it was, but it was a job posting. It required a PhD. God, I forget. And it was like 5 years experience or something. And the pay was like $12 an hour or something. Like,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me? Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. And so Justin's in a certain field, and he has a degree, and it's kind of going to be hard for you guys to fucking even, like Lucas, your job is, I would think, is a little bit more in demand than his is.
I think, probably, yeah. But mine is much more easily replaced by the coming AI.
Well, yeah.
Like, I honestly believe that within 5-10 years, like, there's not going to be much need for what I do.
I don't think that is true. I think
You'd just
that
be doing different things.
you're gonna. I mean,
Possibly.
honestly, AI. They're not gonna have. I think it's gonna be way out there before they have AI actually running networks and being network administrators. Because then, depending on how that AI is built, they could be like, you know what, we're gonna shut down this whole fucking thing and we're taking over. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, and I'm not talking like fucking Skynet type of shit. Where they send a fucking Terminator through back in time.
Yeah, I'm
I'm talking that they if they wanted to, at some point they go in and they shut down anything that's connected to a network and or the internet. And
It would be a risk for sure.
so. I mean, I think we're looking at a little bit more than I would say. I would say closer to 40, 50 years before they even think it's a good idea to do that.
There's this.
I disagree in the sense that the AI that I'm talking about is not general AI where it can improve upon itself. I mean, it's the
Then I don't
type
think
of,
you'd call it AI then.
well, no, because right now no AI can actually like self-improve. It's all done
Right.
through training and models and
Right. They only give it so much access to information.
Yeah, but I do think that like networking AI can be done quite fast.
Yeah.
And it'll be able to in real time monitor and like figure out if something's a threat, and it's
You know what's
I don't-
interesting? I don't know if AI they can, but it's better at bartending. You'd rather have a human bartender than a
yes
AI robot.
'Cause an
because it's
AI
all about the human.
and the AI is they're gonna be able to set it like to
You're
know,
going to get the ice you're supposed to get, you son of a
and
bitch.
a standard shot is what, an ounce
Yep.
and a half or whatever,
Ounce.
1 ounce.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, okay, we'll do like let's do 80% of an ounce instead, and you're gonna get just
You're not going to get the special.
you're gonna get
Yeah,
shitty drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the service industry is going to be very hard to try to replace with AI or I mean they got that. There's that place in Moorhead that has a robot that delivers pizzas and shit.
Right.
It's going to be very hard to honestly have a bunch of those running around to bring you your food and shit. Go get you drinks. I mean, make your drinks, make your food.
But as
I mean,
a customer, you want to interact with a bartender.
Right. There,
Yeah.
has got to be
Yeah.
that human interaction.
Definitely.
Right.
How is your day?
Right. Yeah. You're
Rough day at work, Lucas? Rough week?
I fucking hate my job, and next thing you know, they kill him because he said he hated something. You know, can't have that.
Yeah, sorry. You're out.
I mean, like when I worked at Gulf Addictions in the back, we all took turns cooking, but everything that we cooked we used large industrial air fryers, and you would never know it. A lot of the fucking food there was actually pretty good.
I did really like
Their
the food
pizzas
there.
were good. Their fucking burgers, you couldn't really tell, you know? And that kind of thing, I could see if they were like, okay, in a little place like that, if you wanted to fucking remove the human aspect of being the cook, yes.
Right.
I could see that because then you just type something in and it just kind of drops into a thing, sets it into a place or
Yeah.
where it's supposed to go. It's already got time limit, temperature, and everything figured out. The only thing that you would have to do, say, as a human is just literally like the sides, like making like not a side, but like say you ordered a California burger. Okay, then you have to have your fucking lettuce, tomato, onion, and mayo. You have to fucking throw that because they could just drop it, I guess, but I don't know.
the cooks are replaceable for sure.
You hear that, you little bastards? Don't you even think about asking for more money.
I don't know if cooks. There's certain cooks. I mean, if you start looking at some high-end fucking restaurants and shit, some of those guys, they have certain things that they can do to a steak or to your seafood that just makes it that much better. Like the other day, I made barbecue chicken upstairs or down here, and it came out. It was all right. I didn't mind it. But I like mine with a little bit of char on the ends of the right. So the next day when I was making up, I was gonna eat leftovers for lunch. I just fired up my little grill upstairs and I cooked it just a little bit more. Got a little bit of char on it. That to me was what I like. You know, and so it was good stuff, but. I don't think you'll be able to swap that out, you know?
Yeah. I think that the kind of like the fast food type cook is that's
They're
going to be the
already
first
kinda-
up. Yeah. They're already doing it with the people that take the orders. Like I went into Taco Bell. First time I've been into inside a Taco Bell in years. And now you fucking punch your own order in on a machine.
Emma's been doing that for a long time.
Yep.
I seen somebody post on Facebook the other day. They were all pissed off because there was a hair in their burrito. Now, honestly, you know how many hairs you probably eaten? But to me, I was like, it was fucking Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It sucks anyway.
What do you
Even if I'm at
expect?
a restaurant and there's a hair, I don't
Yeah,
fucking
if it's
care.
one hair, if it's like three
Yeah,
or four, then
Well, yeah, but if I said
Which I'm sure,
if
like-
Or
I
if it's-
shaved my fucking head and put it in your burrito.
Yeah, or if it's like a really long one or something
Right,
that
yeah.
it's all coiled up and whatever. But if there's just a hair or whatever, I'm like, I don't fucking
yeah,
care.
I'm
Like,
still gonna eat it.
Right. No, there's certain things like I remember I was back in Grand Forks with my brother and ex-sister-in-law at the time, and we all ordered some food. I just got done helping them move into their new place, and my brother and we decided we were just gonna get Subway, and we were sitting there fucking chowing down, and she got into her second fucking like we were hungry as fuck, hadn't eaten all day, and we all had footlongs, and she took a bite of her second part of her sandwich, and there was a fucking worm in there.
ew.
Worm.
And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I tell you what, I probably didn't have fucking Subway for 5 years after that.
Really, I'd have
It
just
is
gone.
trash anyway.
I'd have just gone right back and been like, "Hey, I found a worm in this. Can you give me a free sandwich?
Yeah. At least make
Worm
money
free."
of that.
Like,
But here's the thing: is nowadays, I mean, You could take your shit home and be like halfway through it and be like, I don't want to pay for this, or I want something else. It throws. People are going to think that they do that, and I'm sure it happens. Or
Yeah.
you've heard the old fucking "there's a fly in my soup."
Yeah. Or have you guys seen the movie Strange Brew? When they put they're just like alcoholics, and to try and get free booze, they put a mouse in an empty bottle and take it to the brewery and claim that they found a mouse in the bottle.
Yeah.
And then shit goes haywire, but
I'm sure.
you should watch it. It's funny. It's a classic.
Have you ever seen Waiting?
Yes.
Oh my God! There, the lady, the Karen, during the movie. I mean, it totally. I see I've seen those type of people at least once
Have
a week.
Have you witnessed like a cook fucking messing with somebody's food
Nope.
in real life?
Oh, not.
You
saying
worked
a
at a
word.
bakery.
Not saying a word, dude.
It's-
No,
Actually,
I've never like in the bakery. No one ever did. And honestly, I mean,
I bet
it's
it does happen.
super. It definitely does, but it's very illegal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, the average like 17-year-old kid doesn't know like that it's incredibly illegal. They're
Right.
just gonna think it's
Nice.
a funny joke.
Right. No, I'll be honest with you. I have seen it. I'm not going to mention names, but oh yeah. And it's normally when it's the person knows who it is and they fucking hate him, or it's some asshole that shows up a minute and a half before the fucking kitchen closes and they demand that they have to.
Yeah,
So you're
and-
saying that it's open?
And they order the most complicated thing on the menu.
Something that
Yeah.
you have to fire up the fryers again, and you have to start up the fucking flat top and all this other shit, and you're like, really? And so then shit happens, and then you told me it's open. Yes, I did, and technically it was, but when you do this shit, I've had arguments with people saying, whatever you do, and I showed up a minute and a half before you were to fucking close and go home. Oh, I wouldn't have a problem with it. You're a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Most people that say that, 95% of them are fucking liars.
Yep.
There's 5% I would give it 5, and that's all I'm going to give it. Would probably be okay with it. The other 95 are fucking liars. They were all fucking bitch and moan.
Yep.
Whine and cry. They've been at work since 8 or 9, and they get down at 5, but you showed up at fucking 4:58 and 30 seconds, and they got a half an hour extra work. It's gonna piss them off. So fuck them. I think it's dumb. Working in the service industry for 20 years, I mean, you see some shit, and you're gonna piss.
Same with the insurance industry.
Yeah. Justin's life is
Customer
basically one
service
big
in general.
porno.
I guess we all are customer service.
Technically,
Yeah. I'm less customer facing now, but I should be 0% customer facing.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah. I mean, when you deal with the customer every day, at times you just
Yeah.
But I always
Takes a toll on
I
you.
still always try to be like, even if I'm fucking pissed off at them, I'll still
Be
write polite messages and
Oh, yeah.
be polite on the phone. But like deep down, I just want to strangle them.
right.
Yep.
So if there was a job what was your dream job when you were, even just say when you're 18? What did you want to do?
That's the thing. I didn't really, besides like something unrealistic, like being a wrestler or something with sports or
That
being
shit
an
isn't
actor.
unrealistic, though. I mean,
It's not, but
you
it's
had
harder in Fargo, North Dakota, or even
Yeah.
only in North Dakota to accomplish something like that.
That's true. I mean, you have to get out of here.
Resources are limited.
to go.
Right.
You have to get out of here to
You
go
need
do something
money
like
to
that.
do that shit, which
I wanted to be an astronomer
yeah,
or like astrophysics. I love that shit.
that would be interesting.
I was actually going to go to school for music production.
That would have been sweet too.
And you can go down to Valley City and do that. Or you can go to Morehead State. But never happened.
The American dream is very expensive. The pursuit of happiness is very expensive.
Well, I mean, if it's only for about 30 minutes and it's about $200.
Pursuit of Happiness was also a very boring Will Smith movie.
Fuck you. That's a great movie.
I did not like it.
I never watched it.
It's a great movie. Watch it again.
Don't tell us what to
I
do.
mean, it is like a highly award-winning movie, isn't
Yeah.
it? I just did
Yeah.
not.
This is stupid.
I watched it. You guys seen that Emancipation that he was in? I seen that. I got on this big fucking Civil War slash
Yeah.
slavery type of thing for a while, just watching some of the shit. And the most realistic fucking movie I'd ever seen that apparently this is how it was for slaves back then was it was called Mandingo. And I told you guys about that movie
I've
before.
heard of it. Yeah.
It's on, or it used to be, I don't know if it still is, but it was on Amazon Prime.
Civil War movie.
It's actually based on, they say it's about as close to what happened during slavery as you could get. Like, there was some stupid fucking superstitions. Like, if you had a gout, they said the best way to get rid of gout is for you to rest your foot on I think it was a 10-year-old black boy.
Really?
So the boy would have to like sit there and be like on his head, and you had to just rest your feet, and his body would suck out all the evil and all the pain out of your feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
For me, still to this day, the perfect slavery type movie is Roots. Like,
Yeah.
Although that's more of a mini series, or is it just a really long?
I think
It's a
there's a
really
really-
long movie.
The
yeah, it's
original,
like
I think, is a
6
really-
hours or something. It's crazy, but
the original was a really long movie, I believe, or a mini series.
like that, I remember that we had to watch that in school, and like that fucking
It's gruesome.
yeah,
Really?
But
I
it's
never watched
like
it.
oh, it's terrible.
I've been
But I
meaning
think-
to watch it, but
Yeah.
It's like upsetting to watch
Yeah.
just to see
They
like that
purposely
kind of
do
stuff.
that
Yeah,
to-
but I think it's important, and
Yeah.
people should watch it.
Yep.
It's horrific.
they they redid it. There's a remake.
It took him like 10 whips to get him to say Toby. Okay,
Oh.
like God, I can't believe.
Kente.
It should take one. You got to have a good whipper. That's what I'm driving at here.
Did you ever see the
No,
Dave
I'm
Chappelle
sorry.
skit with him being in Roots?
No, I don't think I saw that.
Oh
one.
my God, dude! Your name is Toby.
Oh, that's
Smack.
Chappelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, Kunta Kente. And then he accidentally gets whipped for real. He's like, damn it, man, I told you not to watch it. I'll whoop your ass next time. Okay, do it again. You know? And he goes
Yeah,
back.
okay, yes, I do remember
And
this.
then like the second or third time he acts like he gets pissed off, gets up and he starts running at the dude, getting ready to fuck him up, and the dude hits the ground. And Dave Chappelle's like, I just bullshit, you didn't get me. But don't do it again, shit like that. It's fucked up.
I also really like the Key and Peele one where they were at the slave auction. And it's those
Oh,
two
he can
standing
pick a
there.
lot of cotton, that
and it's
guy.
these fucking shredded black guys next to them getting like,
I would have bought him too.
yeah.
Yeah. I just got right on that boat. I'm docile. It's fucking stupid. It's so funny.
It's fucking hilarious. But yeah.
I mean, the situation, back to obviously wasn't funny.
No, yeah. It is
But
how quickly we went from a
Yeah.
really serious topic to just
fucking ruined
sitting
it.
on it and joking
Yep.
and
Well, you heard what the city of San Francisco was trying to do? The mayor, I believe, of San Francisco is literally trying to get $5 million reparations for any person that could trace their fucking lineage all the way back to slavery, and that they would get $5 million, and they're trying to get the fucking U.S. the federal government to give them something. Now, do I believe that they deserve something? Fucking A, I do. Do I think they deserve $5 million? The fuck I don't. No.
yeah.
What would they deserve?
I guess it just kind of depends. I mean,
Yeah,
I think there are ways to do it with. I mean, I'm not a big proponent of like direct payments.
right.
I don't know. I'd have to see the math behind certain things or the economic studies or whatever. But I think primarily for me, the best thing that they can do is heavy like infrastructure investment into their communities because the cycle of poverty has gone on for so long, and there's so many communities that are so run down and just it's crime
I
ridden.
feel
And
like they've done that a lot, though.
The problem with
Money
that
for
is
that
that
kind of
they're not gonna see that as a.
I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of communities have done.
I think there's been a lot of well-meaning attempts to do it, but inevitably, in the what it takes to get these kinds of bills passed, and it ends up being like it's only investment in those communities, like in name, but actually the money is getting siphoned off to other areas.
Yeah.
And
I
think
don't.
cash would help them a lot.
Well, see, the thing
A
is,
shit ton of
I don't
cash.
think that investing into the neighborhoods, they're going to think of that as reparations. They will never accept that. Unfortunately, that's just the way it's going to happen. What if now? This isn't to sound fucking brutal or whatever, but what if there's a fucking drug dealer that could, he could trace his lineage all the way back. Okay, you give that fucking same drug dealer $5 million. Now, guess what? Do you think that guy's gonna sit there and use that money wisely with, maybe helping out the fucking community? No, that motherfucker, he's gonna start importing more shit, and he's gonna have that fucking 17 fucking cars that all got gaudy looking fucking rims on them and all.
You could say that about anybody or anything.
Yeah,
that the
and
I don't know.
government gives money to.
But I will say though, like, I'm obviously not going to defend if he's like a ruthless drug dealer or something, but buying those 17 cars, whatever, like all the he will put more money back into the community just through spending more. But yeah,
like drugs, like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, is that I think that giving a large amount of money like that to somebody that is not a, what do you want to call it, not a
Upstanding citizen.
Yes, an upstanding citizen. Unfortunately, that guy's going to be like, now I can turn around and I got this $5 million. I was paying $15,000 a week for a couple of fucking bricks of fucking coke. Now I can become the big guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what would happen. I'm just saying, for instance, that could happen.
Yeah, but I do agree though. Like Justin was right. Like that is kind of the same. It goes for anybody.
Yeah.
Like
You give a large amount of money
Yeah.
to anybody
it's
whether they're rich,
yeah.
poor, or what, they'll
it's
find
a
way
risk.
to.
Yeah, like
Yeah, and we've all seen, like, I've seen it personally, what happens when, like, look what happened when certain Native Americans got it, especially the ones that may live on the reservation. I watched them piss away this money right back into a casino or into this or into that, or buying shit that they shouldn't have. What about, okay, so you got $5,000, say, that was just given to you because of a treaty. Now the guy's like, said, I got $5,000. I can go do this, this, and this. But, okay, but you also owe this, and this. I ain't going to pay that. Why would I pay that? That's stupid. Last couple of few bucks that I'd gotten that came from the U.S. government for some sort of treaty, me and Kelly, I'm not going to lie, some of it did go to a bar, but it was like not even a tenth
Yeah.
went to a night of drinking. The rest of it actually went into like credit card bills and fucking buying this or shit that we needed. It's just it's unfortunate that sometimes you see that shit and you're like, they didn't give you that for that, but you do it technically. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
part of the issue is that, like, I'm trying to find a way to word this properly because it's complicated. Part of the issue. Now I'm
Getting
thinking
real
about.
deep
I'm like
into it.
overthinking about it and like struggling.
I was like, do you know like when or how the relationship between Native Americans and casinos, that even started in the first place?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Like,
But
how are they allowed to do that in
It's
the first
because
place?
of
Is it
the-
their idea?
they're considered a sovereign nation
yes, there's
within.
sovereign
Right.
territory.
Was it their idea to the government, like, hey, can we open up the casinos, or was
It's-
it like, okay, we'll
No,
do
they're
this
owned
and-
by the reservation.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's because they can govern their own territory, so they can make gambling
Yeah,
legal.
I suppose.
Like,
Right.
And I think that there might even be some regulations on where the U.S. can make gambling legal as
Oh,
well.
yeah. The fucking, yeah.
And that it might be like specifically a right that is sort of reserved towards the Native American population,
it's
not
al-
entirely.
And
but-
it also depends on what kind of gambling. Like here in North Dakota, you could do pull tabs, and you can do blackjack, and you can do pig wheel.
Right.
You can go on a reservation and play pretty much any type of gambling.
yeah,
You go over to Montana, you could play Texas Hold'em at a bar, and they have fucking, like Keno machines and poker machines. It all kind of depends. I believe in Utah, I think gambling's totally illegal unless you're on a fucking reservation.
yeah, that's because that's a fucking Mormon shithole.
Yeah,
Fucking
but
crazy.
that I don't know how the whole. I think you know maybe one of them, maybe some fucking tribe just said, hey.
Yeah, I think.
What if we start a fucking
Yeah,
casino and
them being a sovereign nation gave them control, I guess. To
but they're
do
also supposed to bleed any profits that they make are supposed to go into the community
Yeah.
and to the members of the tribe.
Yeah.
And I don't know what tribes are actually doing it, but I know Turtle Mountain here doesn't. They don't fucking, oh, we didn't make any profits, really? Because you just posted profits. We get to see the numbers, but,
Yeah.
not, I mean, I think they said there's like 20 or 25,000 registered members of the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa Ojibwe, right? And if I remember right, they're like, we've seen the profits. Why aren't you bleeding out? Oh, well, because we need to do this and that. Oh, you mean it has nothing to do with that new fucking wing you just put on the hotel?
Yeah.
So apparently Nelly, he played at the casino there.
In Turtle Mountain.
Yeah, and he went to this little place that's called La Dots, right? And it's like a bar casino type of thing. It's a fucking, not gonna lie to you, it's a little shithole. He was in there gambling during bingo, and somebody took a picture of him. I actually seen the picture. I was like, motherfucker, he went slumming. And you know where it's at, don't you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's right on the main drag.
His fame, everybody's fame goes up and then comes back down.
Yeah,
We
but
eventually start playing the casinos.
Yep.
That's
like fucking,
That's-
who's that?
Motley Crue.
Whoa!
Well, yeah.
Whoa!
For real.
They're doing state
Hey.
fairs, and they're
And
still
Rib
doing
Fests
stadiums.
and Rib Fest,
Oh, no,
yeah.
that's Vince. That's just Vince.
Or just like, who's that comedian that get her done?
Oh, Larry the Cable
Yeah,
Guy.
he's always at the casino over here.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, I've got my thoughts together.
All right, let's
All
hear
right.
it.
I think we need to be careful because you were talking about how, when the last money that you got from the tribe or whatever, some of it went to the bar or whatever. I think we need to be a little careful about criticizing what people would spend their money on, even in the case of the drug dealer, right? In that part of the reason that they spend their money the way that they do is because of the cycle of poverty that has been inflicted upon them as a result of slavery and then whatever else. I shouldn't say whatever else that happened afterwards,
Whatever
but
else.
just that legacy and the long-standing troubles that they've had, and so it's because their behavior is part of the after effects
Yeah.
of that. Not entirely. Yeah, there's personal responsibility and everything, but
There's
when
a
you
big-
grow up in incredible poverty, generation after generation, it leads to crime. It leads to, alcoholism, and you got to find ways to cope. And
And that's unfortunate. And I know what you're talking about, and I see it. But everybody wants to say it's so easy to break that chain. Now, there's some that do break the chain.
yeah,
And there's some that don't, and there's some that, were fine at the beginning and fucking just shit the bed as it is. The problem is, I personally believe that some people, I'm not going to say who, are too fucking lazy and don't want to do anything about it.
that
and
definitely
don't want to fix it.
It definitely does exist.
You
On
know,
the flip
I'd-
side, there's also rich people and rich kids that had
Are
a great
pieces of
upbringing
shit,
and are
yep.
pieces
And
of shit.
yeah, the fucking
Oh, definitely.
that kid that drove drunk and killed somebody, and then they acquitted him on the. He grew up too wealthy and affluent. He didn't know. He had never been punished, his whole life, so he was used to getting away with
defense?
it. Yeah, it was the affluence defense,
look-
and
Did he get away with it?
Yep,
Look
he
at-
got away with it.
Look at that fucking kid that raped that woman, that girl in that parking or in that alley. Raped. He got stopped by somebody, and somebody beat the shit out of the kid. And he went to a rich fucking. He was a swimmer. He was a swimmer.
Yes,
And this fucking kid, the judge turned around and didn't do anything to him because he said his father's fucking reasoning was his life shouldn't get ruined because of a stupid mistake. So the judge basically said, "You're right. He made one mistake, so we shouldn't ruin his life by sending him to prison." So basically he's saying is that it's okay for if you've got money and you got influence that you could do whatever the fuck you want.
Yep, and
And he got caught doing it.
and he ruined her life.
Yes, but it was okay.
But it was
'Cause he
okay,
His dad
yeah.
was a fucking. His dad fucking. If I remember right, he actually donated to this fucking judge's fucking.
Oh yeah,
campaign.
that of course.
You know,
That's why judges should not be.
I just had a wild
appointed,
idea.
or some of them have to get elected.
Yeah, there are some publicly. I started saying that too quickly because it's complicated.
I think some
actually.
cities, depending, I guess, also, but some city gets appointed, and I do believe even county get appointed. But I think once you start hitting the state and federal levels, there's elections.
Yeah, and then yeah,
I got a wild idea.
Well,
Yeah, I wanna hear it.
There we go. I'm down
It's
with
kind of
this.
fucked up.
That's
if you're a
what we do
minority
here.
and you get arrested, the government will pay for your lawyer fees of whatever lawyer they're choosing. That'll combat.
so you get to pick your own attorney.
Correct. And the government pays for it. For minorities only because of the police brutality. And
I could-
how they get
as long
treated
as-
unfairly.
as
I'll
long
give them a
as-
shot.
As long
Another
as
shot.
there would have to be some kind of like the government would have to pass something that would so that they could negotiate prices on it because
Yeah.
some lawyers would use that as an
That's
opportunity
true,
to
yeah.
really
There'd be a
gouge.
But
cap
you also
on it
have,
or
but you
something.
also have some lawyers who will turn around, like big affluent lawyers will turn around and they'll take the job because it gives them a fucking some clout.
Yeah, there's
But it'd
like-
also be like, oh, you're gonna throw away the key on this person. Not saying what, but
yeah,
It was
I'm
just
a firm
wild idea.
I'm a firm believer that send the motherfuckers to the fucking military. Make them fucking do 4 years in the military. If they commit a felony, they have the option. You can join the military.
yes, as long as there's an option.
Yep.
because
Or you can go to fucking prison. Which one do you want? You go to the military, they're gonna fucking pull that shit out of you. Now, you have the option now if you go and you do say you do a fucking 20-year fucking stint. Guess what? You retire, you're getting fucking paid for the rest of your life.
yeah, I do think that there could be. It is
You don't want a bunch of super criminals though.
right. It would have to be.
Dude,
It would have to be like
there already
limited
is.
to
a
certain
line,
levels of crime because
Well,
you can't
right, I'm
have
not
like
saying
a murderer.
Well,
Right.
yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like a murder or a hate crime. I'm talking about like fucking like a drug dealer or a
Right.
fucking say your third offense for a fucking DUI where you're gonna go spend a couple years in the pen. I'm talking stuff like that.
Right.
You know, the military. I don't give a fuck. There's people that absolutely hate the military. They think they fucking brainwash you. And that is so far from the truth. It's unbelievable. They tear you down to build you up is what they do in boot camp. And what I mean to tear you down is that they fucking, I've had to ask to go to the bathroom. Like I was a fucking second grade. I was back at school. I had to fucking ask to use the bathroom. Asked to do this, got asked to do that. And then after a while, then, those little liberties that they took away from you, they slowly start giving you back. And it's because they'll start seeing the change in you. And then when the day that you graduate your basic training, you're like, holy fuck, I did it. I did something that a small population of this fucking country could fucking do.
Yeah.
Now after you're done with boot camp, then you're off so long, then you go to AIT, Advanced Infantry Training, which means Advanced Individual Training, whatever. That's where you start learning your job. Your job, like if you wanted to be a grunt, which is just fucking, you're there to fucking learn how to kill people. Or you wanted to be, you know, a drone pilot, or you want to do this, that, you know, they have all these different jobs. And after 4 years, you'll sit there and you're going to be like, you know what?
I'm glad I did that. It's a pathway to success.
Right. It is to a point. As far as
a pathway.
Right. And as far as like I said, as far as some people fucking believe,
Yeah.
I don't believe that there's brainwashing, and a lot of this brainwashing bullshit, and I'm not going to lie, you may not like it, but it's very fucking left.
Yeah.
Oh, they brainwash you. No, they don't. They break you down and build you up.
It's not even like brainwashing. It's they need to know that when the shit hits the fan and bullets are flying and it's chaos, that their soldiers are going to follow the commands.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain type of person that will panic and just freak out. And so you got to weed those people out, and or train them out of it.
And that's what the basic training does to you. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was getting ready to go through the obstacle, or not the obstacle course, but it was live fire range, and I was like 3 people, and I was getting ready to go in there. I was like, oh fuck, here we go. And then literally they pulled me out because I got they were going to send me home because my legs, whatever. So I had to go into town, and I had to go to the doctor, and the doctor told me this and this and blah, blah, blah. And I had to do a bunch of exiting interviews and exiting fucking this and that. And so, yeah, but they train you to fucking be like, okay, what to do in case of live fire. Well, you keep your ass on the fucking ground as low as you can. You don't stand up. You keep your shit on, you know, that's why they're fucking, those drill sergeants are assholes to you, because they're trying to fucking just implant it into your brain on how to survive and how to, you know, not just protect yourself, but protect your fucking battle buddy, your soldiers beside you, you know. So
Yeah, there's a method to the madness.
Definitely.
Reason for it.
Go ahead.
Oh no, because I was going to change the subject. So
No, go ahead. That's.
I was thinking about, because we've been talking a little bit about crime and stuff, and you know the stand your ground stuff. Well, let me just start by saying we agree that murder is the worst crime, right? I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
there are different like extended period, like torture. Obviously, I think that's gonna eclipse murder. But like, let's just say, in terms of general crimes, murder is the top of the list, right? So we've got these stand your ground laws, which is it's obviously not murder, because if someone's attacking you in your home, whatever, like, yeah, it's self-defense. You can shoot them. But it's not okay to rape them. Why is that? That's less. Shouldn't you have, like, isn't there like a standard?
You got somebody coming and breaking into your house.
I'm teaching them a lesson, but letting them live.
I don't know if anyone's ever tried that before.
And instead of shooting them in the face, you're gonna fuck them in the face.
Yes, or anywhere, everywhere.
You know what?
Self-defense rape.
But exactly, you're punishing them at the same time, and allowing them to live. Okay, this isn't the end of their life. You've spared their life. That's good.
I don't know. Some people might fucking kill themselves after they got self-defense.
Well, but that's their problem at that point. But
note to self: don't break into Lucas's.
Yeah,
he's got some pent-up aggression.
I don't know.
Just think about that.
I got the only gun I need right down here.
Well,
and it's my dick. It's a 22, though.
This guy broke into my house. He was going to kill me. I disarmed him and raped him. Instead of killing him.
You what?
Is that not?
You what?
And now he's living here.
Could you imagine that court case?
Oh my God. That would be worldwide.
I object to what? Ass raping.
He raped me. You broke into his house and tried
to kill me.
You were going to kill me, so I fucked him.
You guys would both end up getting time.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe not you as much, but...
Yeah, I'm sure there would be some kind of sympathy, like, oh, maybe my brain broke in the moment.
Right.
Well, not now, after I'm throwing this out there.
But yeah, like I said, if you killed him, maybe you wouldn't have.
So,
self-defense.
I read this fucking thing the other day that pissed me off. It was about this fucking cop. And I don't remember exactly where he's from, but this motherfucker admitted to raping a boy.
Yep, I know what you're.
And they fucking sentenced this guy to, it was either 10 to 12 weekends overall. And this isn't even the first, this is the first time he got caught raping somebody, but this wasn't the first time he got caught, like, messaging or getting in contact with an underage person in order for...
He just goes into jail on the weekends for that.
Yep.
I think
Yikes.
That fucking is that judge deserves. And the judge turned around and said the only reason why it was that low was because that was the max I could give him under the plea agreement. Listen, fuckhead, you could have turned around and said, I'm not accepting
Yep.
the plea agreement.
Yep, that's completely within their right to do.
Yep.
It happened fucking recently in a major court case. I don't remember which one, but it was national headlines.
You know, I see a lot of these fucking videos and a lot of these stories about cops. And, you know, we're all supposed to, like, not fear the police. Now, granted, there's the 1% of police that are bad news to be a cop. Maybe they're the ones that should be fucking ass fucked.
I think,
because would they rather be dead or rather get fucking humiliated and record that shit and put it on fucking TikTok. apparently fucking
see this cop
put it on
this cop just
This is a cop.
he killed someone.
put it on Twitter because apparently dipshit doesn't have a fucking problem with it, but just be like, and that cop, you think that cop, he's like, I'm not doing this shit again. This motherfucker just fucking dude back here with a 12-inch dick just hit my tonsils from my butthole, and you know.
I do think that when it comes to felonies and police officers, there should be
I think they should be treated worse.
Yeah, there's a sentencing guidelines for all these different crimes, and in general, judges will err on the lower side of sentencing guidelines unless it's an egregious case. For police officers and people in like public, institutions, mandatory. It should be at least minimum half of the maximum sentence.
Well, I think any cop that gets caught fucking breaking the law, whether it be pedophilia, rape, fucking murder, they call them. There's a reason why they call them the Boys in Blue, because it's considered a gang.
Yeah,
and I think that they should be they're held to a higher standard.
Yes,
because they're police. So they should be fucking held to a fucking worse fucking penalty.
Yep.
For breaking the law, because they're like I've said 100 times. They got like a year or two under their belt to learn how to enforce the law, but you have to be a fucking lawyer. You got to go to school for 8 to 10 years to interpret the law,
enforce it,
and so they, how is that fucking right?
Yep, and it's so easy.
It's because
for police who, first off, 43% of police are domestic abusers, and that's just the ones that have admitted it.
Yep.
I don't know.
There was
in nationwide polls of police officers, there's like 43%. It does, doesn't it?
I know. Actually, I know there was one in Minnesota that a certain person that we know, ex-wife, was dating a certain cop, and he beat the shit out of his ex-wife and then beat the shit out of her.
Yeah. I think it's in part because, one, when you're just a dipshit asshole like that, you're drawn to careers that give you power, which I think is probably why there's such a higher occurrence amongst police than the average public. But
I mean, now let's be honest. There are some police out there that are fucking amazing.
Oh yeah,
there was a guy back in Williston.
He was goddamn baby up.
And this cop, Officer McNamee, him and Officer Bitts, they were both fucking great. I remember one day, I think I was a sophomore in high school. Me and a buddy of mine were walking to the bonfire for homecoming, and the cop offered us a ride. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll get a ride. I don't give a shit. What are people going to think?" My buddy's like, what people are going to think that we're narcs. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what any of those sons of bitches think. I'm just not walking across town. So, and he gave us a ride.
Nice.
And he was one hell of a nice guy, and he got a fucking DUI,
Yeah.
and he had to walk the beat, the overnights for like 30 days, but he kept his job. He admitted what he did wrong, and you know what? He's not the first cop that I used to serve a lot of them at the bar, and there was one in particular. He used to drink Colorado Bulldogs in a pint glass.
Nice.
And he'd have like 5 or 6. And then he'd either get on his motorcycle or get in his car and drive home. But,
They're big drinkers too. They drink.
well, look at their job. It's extremely stressful. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Fuck it. There for the longest time, I hated cops. I'm not a big fan of them, but I do understand their job. For the stupid shit that I've done, I deserve to fucking, be arrested for it. That's the way I am, the way it is. But these guys do when they sign up to become a cop, they put their life on the line every day. Look at what happened to that police officer last year that got shot in that random bullshit that happened here.
There's a couple of them, wasn't it?
Not last year. Well, one of them,
Talk about that one on.
One got killed,
25th.
one died, and two and two got hurt.
For some reason, I thought it was 2 that died.
No,
but-
one died, 2 got hurt.
Right.
And that guy was just fucking nuts, and he was actually heading to the street
Yep.
fair, and he just seen a chance to fucking take out a couple of cops and some random people, and he did. He took it out. Now,
That is do we know what caused him to stop there in the first place?
he was, like I said, he was on his way to the street fair, and then there was a car accident, and he noticed a lot of police had stopped because it was right in the middle of 25th Street. Mm-hmm. And so this guy, he was like, fuck it, here's my chance. And he turned around and he pulled into there's a strip mall, and he got there.
And he tried to take him out.
And he took one out, and he did injure a civilian too.
Yeah.
The chick that was in one of the car accident, and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just, his goal...
Seen an opportunity.
His goal initially was to kill as many people as he could, and then he saw cops, and he was like, well, this is...
Yeah.
This is even better. And I think he also hoped that he'd stop all the cops so then he could still go and...
yeah,
That's what's crazy. If he wouldn't have stopped, he would have went straight to the street fair, and that could have...
If that car accident hadn't happened, it could have been a lot worse that day.
Yep.
It would have been.
And we were, I'm not gonna lie, this year at the street fair, I just kept my head was on a fucking swivel. I was looking all around because I would have grabbed my wife and said, we gotta fucking go. We're going the opposite way, or we're gonna go into a building and go out the back way and just get the fuck out of there, because
That's a lot of people in a small area.
yeah. And that's what he was looking forward
And he
to.
had explosives and
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He would have. And some of those fucking rooftops there aren't hard to get access to.
God, we would have been on national news. We missed our big chance.
Really?
Would have put Fargo on the map.
For something more than just that stupid movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had the riots for a while.
Yeah, but
That
it
wasn't
was...
that was a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was still. Hey, we had a riot here.
Yeah. But yeah, it's always that stupid movie.
Yep.
Oh, you're from Fargo.
People would have
Like
been
the movie.
interviewed on national news, and other people around the country would be like, wait, that doesn't sound like a person from Fargo.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what. So when I worked for a call center here in town, and I remember I used to get this is when I was younger. I used to get those fucking phone calls, and people would ask, and we were supposed to tell them, well, we're based in Chicago. Then when the people were like, no, where are you from? Well, I'm not going to sit there and keep telling them I'm based in Fargo or based in Chicago, because that's just, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So I tell them, oh, so one of the stupidest comments I ever heard was, well, how are you guys based in Fargo and you got phones?
Yeah. You still
I'm like,
do
are
the
you
horse
shitting
and
me?
Buggy?
Yeah, you got the talk and picture boxes up there.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking stupid. And so I was like, yeah, we got 2 major interstates that come through our town and or our city, and we have the internet, and
And an international airport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then my favorite thing
It's
is,
expanding.
Yeah.
and then my favorite thing to tell them, I was like, literally, the first 10 minutes of that movie was filmed here. The rest is in fucking Brainerd.
Brainerd, yep.
Canada,
Brainerd.
I think.
Yeah, it just made Fargo look like it's some tiny little rural town. It's-
Like we're a bunch of fucking stupid hicks, and
Thanks a lot, Cohen Brothers.
and we all talk like fucking dumb
Oh,
Norwegian.
yeah.
fucking,
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
There's some way north Minnesota and even Wisconsin.
Yeah, even my grandma would sometimes have a really thick accent like that, but she was also first generation. Like her parents were from Norway,
Yeah.
and they moved here, and so yeah. But other than that, you rarely hear an accent that thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My great grandmother was born in Canada, and then her and her parents moved down here. She spoke for quite a few years of her life. She spoke French and fucking Ojibwe or whatever they call it.
And she smelled
And then,
like a French person.
dude. So then but then she learned English, and she actually forgot how to speak French. But then when she was getting older, she was, about a year before she passed, she was going through dementia and Alzheimer's, and she started to forget how to speak fucking English, started reverting back to French. Mm-hmm. It's amazing what your fucking brain can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
It really is. And so, this was the same woman I think I told you guys a couple weeks ago, where she was like, Jason was here and he stole my clock. Well, I was in college. I was on the other side of the fucking state. She thought I was stealing her fucking radio out of her kitchen. I hadn't seen the lady for like 3 years.
You're losing it.
Yep. I broke into her house and I stole her clock. So, anyway, Justin, we are sitting at about that time. Is there anything you'd like our listeners to know?
Fuck you, EA. I broke
Yeah.
my controller.
You broke a
playing that
PlayStation.
stupid fucking game.
Fuck you,
Never
Madden.
buying a EA game again.
Which was Madden 24?
No, this is the college football game.
Oh, call it the fucking Game Day 25 or whatever. Or is it NCAA 25?
NCAA 25.
Yeah.
I did hear. Well, I haven't heard officially, but I've seen some allusions to the notion that the new Madden might actually be good, like the Madden 25.
Right,
I seen the fucking.
But I haven't read the actual like articles yet.
Yeah.
I haven't watched. There's a gameplays on the PlayStation Network right now. I already started to ask for fucking pre-sale and
Yeah.
all that shit.
Yeah. Well, EA owes me $75 for my controller.
Yeah. And also,
That'd
like,
be funny if you could actually. There should be some sort of fucking class lawsuit against these fucking places
They probably
Yeah.
for the
should.
replacement of fucking.
Have you broken a
controllers.
TV or controller the last 5 years playing Madden?
There's a subclass for fucking keyboards and mice and shit.
Yeah.
Helldivers owes me money
Yeah.
for my headsets. Okay.
Rear guns nerfed.
It's-
You had to break a headset.
I've broken a keyboard, but I've never broke a fucking controller. I've had a controller quit on me because it, just used it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never broke one.
You got good self-control.
That's what it's called. I'm not a pussy.
I'm a lot better about it these
I'm
days,
joking
but
with you.
I thought I was too.
there are just some times where that anger will hit you like bam
Yeah.
in a snap,
Or you
and
just-
before you can even think, you've slammed the controller on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what's funny because we've all, I don't know if you ever seen, there's some fucking videos of streamers out there where they're like, this one video I seen, this kid was fucking, he was a pay to win type of kid. And he was probably like 13, 12, 10, 12, whatever. And he was playing, I think he was playing Call of Duty against, another guy who's like in his 20s, maybe early 30s. And this kid was making fun of him because he killed him once. And this kid was like making fun of him and all this shit. And all of a sudden, this fucking dude just said, fuck this. And every time he'd spawn, he would go and just grab his knife and he'd find a kid and just fucking keep stabbing him, right? And this kid is screaming and crying. And
This sounds vaguely familiar.
and
now.
there's a bunch of this shit where these kids get and they break their shit and their mom and dad will just go buy them a new one because mom and dad would rather, do whatever they want to do and let their kids play their fucking video games, which, hey, whatever. That's up to you, your parenting style. But just hearing some of these, and I think next week we should actually, I'll look up a bunch and we'll try to get them on the, play them through the fucking thing here. just so you could hear how some of these fucking kids just.
Wine.
It's not just whining, it's literal fucking meltdown.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I think,
Yeah.
fuck you, little bastard, you know. Your mom and dad just bought you a fucking $1,500 racing simulator and you're crying because somebody just beat you with a controller, you know, or you just spent $200 on upgrades for all your end of season 2 pass and the better gun that was only available for download, shit like that. Fuck you. And you lose, and I love hearing about that shit. So, anyway, Lucas, you have anything else you want?
Yeah, I was also just gonna say fuck EA, just out of principle, because that company fucking sucks.
You know, I'm with you guys. Fuck EA.
Yeah.
Let's start that hashtag. Fuck EA.
Hashtag
Hashtag fuck EA.
Hashtag fuck EA.